Sergio Show on News Line 710 KURV. Thank you to South Texas Buick GMC. They thank you to Lone Star National Bank for this hour of the program. And hope you can join us on Sunday, 11 a.m. coverage on NFL history and Hall of Fame and great interviews, even a tailgate show for the big game on Sunday. Kickoff is around 5:30. So like all the fun on Sunday. And a big thank you to Caesar Aguirre, all the gang at McAllen Boat for the coverage. So we are in... This is Super Bowl time for us around here. It's game time. It's primary season. Celeste Cabrera-Huff, Republican, running for a state house seat number 40. And a reminder on behalf of somebody who's in the know, in the weeds, working hard behind the scenes. Celeste, you want to vote for Celeste? You need to vote in the Republican primary. Don't forget. Which is the same thing for any other candidate you like, that person. Yeah, that person's likely on the Republican primary. So you need to go vote Republican. Okay, I'm emphasizing that because we've seen elections come and go where, this was when I was chairman back at the beginning. It was a one judge that was running, a really nice old lady. Said, mijito, fui a buscarte when voting for you first. No te vi. I didn't see you. Yeah, didn't see him on the ballot. Because, that's why you need to pay attention to the candidates that you like. They're likely on the Republican side. You got to go Republican to find them on the ballot. Okay, enough of that. But it would just, it's hard to keep up.
It is hard. And, being Republican in the Valley and now having all these Republican candidates, it's new.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's very new.
Political competition. Celeste Cabrera-Huff running for State House 40. Okay, so tell folks a little bit about yourself who don't know you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Celeste Cabrera-Huff. I am a patriot, a warrior, a mother, a business owner, and a fighter. And I'm here to fight for you. And I'm here to explain a little bit about what I'm here for. And I don't know how much I get to go. So you tell me.
We got about 10 minutes to talk right now. So it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you want to know?
All right. What are the issues? Let's say you make it to Austin. What are the top 3 issues you want to champion when you make it to Austin?
Day one, I will have an open door policy. Okay. None of this who you know just to get in here and get things done. No, I don't care what your issue is, whether it's small, large, medium. We want to hear it. And it's not about who you know to get things moved around. No, you come in, you're a citizen, you're a constituent just like everybody else. And I want that to have my office set like that. Open door, come reach out to me. Our numbers will be posted. I'll be easily available. But the main thing, of course, like everybody, I'm a mother, I'm a business owner, I'm a wife, and I see the struggles. And I've been around the Valley for a long time. And one of the main concerns is our property taxes. Mm-hmm. It's insane. Yes, our state is bringing down our property taxes, but our appraisal districts are raising up the values and our school bonds are going up like crazy. And so we need to find some common ground. And we do have a plan in place, which is awesome because we would love to work with the governor on it. And what he's working on is currently capping it where you get your appraisal every 5 years versus every year and, cut it maybe at a 3% versus a 10%. Mm-hmm. And if you want to get into it, one of the reasons why I'm running is just like many of us, I'm there protesting every year, walking out of there so confused or so heartbroken because you do all this work. We've even hired the firms and nada.
No, denied.
Yeah, nada.
You're still going to get charged.
Yes, or they'll word it nicely. You walk out of there and you're like, wait a minute, I only saved $200. And that's wrong. I mean, so it got down to it where I did get involved in seeing what's going on, how this works. Come to find there's no formula. They hire a company that's not even from the Valley, that understands the Valley. They get New York and all these other big places to justify how your property taxes are being valued or your appraisal value. The second thing is there's no formula. So what it comes down to is they want you to protest, and they go basically off of where you live, your income, and what they decide it should be. And that's not fair.
You mentioned the governor's proposal. Lieutenant Governor throwing out some similar ideas. Yes. There's a business group, SaveTheDreamPack.org. I hope I said it right, Freddie. It's our former mayor of South Padre Island, Barry Patel, on behalf of business owners and businesses. I believe it's SaveTheDreamPack.org. You'll be hearing a lot more about that because Barry, he says, Serge, I'm coming. We're getting messages all year long because we got the legislative session next year. And similar ideas.
Yes.
Why do we need to raise valuations every year. Well, do it every 3 years, 5 years. And ironically, he pointed to California
Yes.
and Massachusetts.
Yes.
He said, hey, they don't raise it every year. They raise it every like 3-5 years. And they don't raise it willy-nilly, like excuse a 10% or 7% or a 15% increase. No, they cap it around 2-3%. Steady growth, steady. They try to, I think the way the mayor said it, they try to index to inflation, which would be
Yes.
somewhere between 2 and 3%.
Yes.
That would make
Yes.
sense.
And that's kind of what the standard is for even businesses, schools, everything. When they do salary increases, they never go farther than 3%.
Yeah.
So why is it when it comes to our biggest investment and for a lot of people on fixed incomes,
Yes.
how is this going to
It's
work?
crazy.
Yes, you're capping it, yes, for a certain age, but what about my disabled veterans that are not 100% disabled? What about my low income? What about the struggling single mom? I mean, this is an injustice. We are all taxpayers contributing to this. We are allowed to have a voice, and I think I want to be the voice in Austin and for the Valley fighting for these issues.
Celeste Cabrera-Huff is running to be the Republican nominee for State House District 40. You will see her in the Republican primary. Do you know Celeste? Do you want to vote for her? You need to go vote in the Republican primary. It is early vote on the 17th of this month. So my head is spinning. I'm all stressed out because all these people wanting airtime and wanting to put commercials here and there and do podcasts.
Yeah,
I'm feeling stressed. But it's like, in fact, 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
2 weeks from today is early vote. So here we go. Here we go, kids. Again, go. The people that you know are probably on the Republican side. You need to go vote Republican. And I know you have you were a member of the board for some local private schools. Well, on the education side,
Yes.
Anything that you'd like to take to Austin, some ideas on improving education?
Absolutely. I'm a parent on the private side, on the public side, and on the charter side. So I've seen all realms. And we actually just had our coffee with Celeste, our Café con Celeste tour. And one of the main things brought up is, people are saying, hey, my child is still getting bullied. I'm going to the school. Nobody's listening. My child's suicidal. They're treated like a stat. And this is enough. And I got told I was a stat, and that's on the domestic violence side, you know, and
can we back the truck a little bit on that one? Bullying. I don't think it's happening at the private school.
Absolutely.
It is also in the private
school?
But
it's more where it's catered where kids are kids. But then luckily on the private side it's small enough where the parent gets told right away, and then there's, we take immediate action, whether it's parent to parent conference, parent teacher conference, parent with, counselor or principal, but it's addressed. And then you teach the child the morals. What's happening on the public side is the child is outcrying. I mean, I have the one I heard today, the child was 7 years old getting touched inappropriately by another female. Both females. She was in class, and this little girl would come up and kiss her on the lips, and then touch her in certain areas. The little girl,
7 years old.
Yes, 7 years old.
My goodness.
Mom brought it up to the school. They didn't do nothing. Mom brought it up to the teacher. Nothing. Mom brought it up to the school. Addressed it to the superintendent. Sent a letter. Nothing. So I guess what happened is she told the girl, you know what? Next time that happens, you're allowed to, defend yourself.
Yeah.
And so she defended herself. Now mom and child are in the principal's office for this altercation, and she's like, hey, I came to you guys. My daughter needs to protect herself. And that's true. I mean, we need to stand up. Parent rights in schools right now, we don't have. And we can go back to COVID and talk about that as well. I mean, you didn't want your child to wear a mask. They were ostracized saying, hey, you're going to go sit isolated over here and we're going to make shame on you because you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah. Celeste Cabrera-Huff is running for the Republican nomination for State House 40. Taxes, education. Topic number 3, I would imagine, is domestic violence.
Absolutely.
We met Celeste several months back, maybe a couple of years back. She's been very active at Angels of Love, who we just had in the studio a few moments back. Angels of Love, they are trying to educate from teenagers, children, and pushing back against the scourge that is domestic violence. So at the state level, what could you champion to help victims and push back against this?
So being a victim myself, this is hard. And it's saddening to hear that this is not only in our district, but it's a nationwide epidemic and it needs to change. Being a woman, granted the culture before, the culture we come from, it needs to end. And I've met already with lawmakers. I've met with police officers. I've met with attorneys, judges, and it's all the same thing. They all say the same thing. There's so many cases. They end up dropping the case. Why even bother? And that, I'm sorry, but coming from it myself and from the women that have died from this, I cannot speak for it. This needs to end. And so I'm vouching my campaign on ending this, whether it's putting domestic violent units all across Texas, putting in, harsher punishments for this, not treating it like a misdemeanor, but make it a felony. Who's Melissa, Melissa Banda? I mean, God forbid, more of those. And every week, just alone in our district, we hear about it. We hear about these deaths. We hear about, the daycare shootings. Well, guess what? These kids are growing up without parents, because the minute this happens, mom's gone and dad's off to prison, and now these kids are orphans. This cycle needs to end.
You can meet Celeste Cabrera-Huff. She's got a meet and greet, the campaign kickoff. Let's see, where are you going to be at on
It's
Thursday?
going to be at the Pasta Company there on Nolana and Bicentennial on Thursday at 5:30.
The Pasta Company on Nolana. It's what time again?
5:30.
5:30.
Yes.
All right.
Come on out, meet us.
Thursday.
I want to hear, your issues, your concerns. It doesn't matter how big or small. Your voice matters.
All right. Come back and see us. I know you will, because you'll be coming on behalf of Angels of Love probably in the near future. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank y'all for having me.
And I say this to every candidate. Thank you for running. It is a major sacrifice.
Hey, somebody has
it's
to
a
do
full-time gig to be out there. You got your profession, your company, your family, the kids, and then you got running a campaign full-time. It's hard.
It's all for a better Texas.
Thank you for setting the example. Celeste Cabrera-Huff, again, Republican. You will need to vote. If you're voting for her, you will need to vote in the Republican primary. Early vote is the 17th of February. The primary in Texas is on the 3rd of March. The Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Follow us at CelesteForTexas.com on our website, and of course on social media, on all the social media channels at Celeste for Texas. Texas completely spelled out.
There we go. CelesteForTexas.com is the website. You got to put the website in there. Time is 10:36. The Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV, made possible this hour by Lone Star National Bank and South Texas Buick GMC.